Happy Mother's Day! So I'm Tatiana.
I'm Sylvia.
And we're from iFandoms Collide. We're bringing you a special vlog entry for Mother's Day. Today we're going to be talking about our favorite mom characters and those that we think would relate to our own mothers. So we actually have a special treat. We have two bloggers that were on assignment today that got to speak with some really cool authors and ask the same question. So first, we'll let you know who our favorite moms are, and then you can go ahead and check out the answers from the authors right after this.
My number one favorite mom character is Mrs. Weasley. She's just an old-fashioned mom. She's loving. She's caring. She's a badass because she won't let anybody put their hands on her kids. I love her house. It's so adorable. I want it so bad. And she's just so humble. And she's a mom that just loves her family, and she will do anything for them. It's Ethan Waite's mom from Beautiful Creatures. I love that she's just so intelligent. She's a writer. She's a librarian. And I love that she stayed in Gatlin for her husband because he didn't want to leave. So yeah, that's why she's my second favorite. My third favorite is Trish's mom from Divergent. She's just an overall badass. I love that she sacrificed herself for her family, and that even though she's originally from Dauntless and her mom told her to change to abnegation to save herself, but that she knows about the whole Divergent world, and she sacrificed herself not only for her kids but for the cause in general. For my mom, I think Jocelyn Fairchild from The Mortal Instruments. She reminds me of my mom so much, just because she came from an abusive relationship. But she's stronger now, and she's really protective over her kids, even though sometimes it might be a little bit too crazy, too extreme. She does it for the right reasons, and I love her so much. As far as physical, I think Kat from the Lux series. My mom did look like her when she was younger.
I'm gonna agree with you and kind of piggyback on what you said about I'd say hands down my favorite fictional mom of all time, Harry Potter, Mrs. Weasley. She is so loving and warm and nurturing. I mean, the woman made a home for all these children out of a freaking burrow, and she's so resourceful, and she's made her life's work.
She's creative.
Her life's work is literally raising her children and putting good people out into the world. So how can you not admire that? Right. She's wonderful. And I wish she was my mom or my aunt or some kind of relative where I can go over and be like, hey, can you make me some butterbeer? I don't know. I would love to go visit.
A sweater. I want her sweater so bad.
I want a Christmas sweater.
So bad.
Mrs. Weasley, please. No, I just love Mrs. Weasley. I think she's hands down my favorite mom. But also in the Harry Potter series, I would say my second favorite mom, and this is a little less conventional, but I really love her. I admire her. It's Narcissa, Draco Malfoy's mom. And I like her because she may not always be right. For example, she's on the wrong side of the battle, but she's there, and she does everything she can to hold her family together and remain strong, even if it means she won't do. I think she knows what good is deep down in her heart, and she just continues to remain on the bad side to keep her family together. And in the end, you see where she's just I'm done. My son is the most important thing to me. And so I think the sacrifices that she's made, ultimately, I admire her for that. She's strong. I don't know. I think she's a great person. I think I love the fact that her motivation is to constantly keep fighting for her son, even if they're on the bad side, And I really like that
she's
internal
loyal.
struggle. Yeah, she is loyal, and I really, really like that a lot. She's vigilant. Third favorite mom is going to be, she's not their natural mother, but I definitely want to give this to Esme Cullen from Twilight, because she takes on this motherly role for an entire coven of vampires, and she treats them with such love and respect and compassion, and shows them a really good side of the world. Like Rosalie, who hasn't seen the best in the world, she shows them that. And I think it takes a really good person, a really strong person, to just let light shine through and to show love no matter what the circumstances. So I really admire her a lot. I think she's definitely my top mom fictional characters. My mom and I, we're both really strong-willed. My mom's very, very smart. She's not always on the good side, but I mean, I'm gonna say she's most like Narcissa, and
Yeah.
I think that's why Narcissa resonates so much with me. I think that's why I like her so much, is because I can see a little bit of my mom in her, and my mom's not necessarily the Mrs. Weasley nurturing type, but she does care and she does fight for her family, and she loves us. So I think that's definitely where I stand as far as fictional characters go.
Hey guys, this is Sarah from iFandoms Collide. Today we're doing a blog on Mother's Day, and of course, when you think Mother's Day, you think all the cool mothers in literature. So I'm here to talk about some of my favorite ones. Two of my favorites are Mrs. Bennet from Pride and Prejudice and Mrs. Weasley from the Harry Potter series. Mrs. Bennet, I think, gets a lot of crap, which I think is crap, and I said crap twice, 3 times now. And I just think that she was kind of crazy and she was really fun, but she was just really trying to take care of her family. I mean, what would you do when you have 5 daughters who you have to marry off somehow, or they're going to be basically homeless and you don't have a lot to offer? And I like Mrs. Weasley because mostly she's part of a big family and I'm the oldest of 6, so, that really is awesome to me. And she's like a mama bear with her cubs, she's so protective of her family, and she's a badass too, she defeats Bellatrix, and yeah, so that's my two favorite mothers in books, and happy Mother's Day to everybody. So my favorite fictional mom would be Molly Weasley. I think it's tied between Molly Weasley and Natalie Pryor, but these days it's like Natalie Pryor because I feel like Natalie's kind of like my mom. So she's very sweet in the beginning of the book, and like Divergent, beginning she's very sweet. She's super nice, and she's my mom's like that. And by the end of the book, you find out all these things about her, and so she's kind of like my mom doesn't talk a lot, and every day I learn more about her. Yeah, and Natalie's totally badass, and I wasn't expecting that. She definitely is my favorite mom. That's my favorite, Natalie Pryor, and Molly Weasley as well.
Hi guys, this is Megan with iFandoms Collide, and today we're talking about which fictional character reminds us most about our moms for Mother's Day. So for me, I think the character Natalie Pryor, Triss's mom from Divergent, reminds me most of my mother. And I'm going to tell you why, but there are going to be some major spoiler alerts, so if you have not read the book Divergent, either skip over this or X out because I don't want to ruin it for you. Okay, here it goes. Giving you a couple of seconds. 3 more seconds. Okay, I'm going to start my spoilers. So, Natalie Pryor was born a Dauntless, but we don't know this till the very end. Her daughter doesn't even know this. At the choosing ceremony, she chose to become Abnegation. Sorry if I'm pronouncing this wrong. Natalie Pryor is both a badass and very selfless, and that describes my mom completely. One of the huge things in my life happened when I was 8 years old. I was diagnosed with juvenile diabetes, so I have to constantly check my blood sugar and take insulin shots, and it's just a pain. But I was a little girl when I had to do this, and my mom is my lifesaver. She's my hero. Like, I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless because she's so amazing. At the end of Divergent, Natalie Pryor literally gives up her life for her daughter so that her daughter can survive. And I know my mom would do that for me. I mean, when I was first diagnosed, my mom said that she wished she can take diabetes away from me. And I told her I would just take it right back because I don't want her to have to go through all of that. My mom likes to fangirl with me, which is the coolest thing ever. She's so badass. She used to be a gymnast, so she would do all those crazy flips. Hello, that's totally a Dauntless thing. One time, we accidentally drove onto a movie set, and I mean, my mom was the one driving. Like, we got kicked out and almost went to jail. I probably should not be saying that, but we're totally dauntless. So there's that side. The selfless side I explained earlier. My mom would she's amazing. So yeah, happy Mother's Day, Mom. You remind me of Natalie Pryor, and you haven't read Divergent yet, and I just spoiled it because I know you're going to be watching this. Sorry, you should go read it. Thanks, guys. I hope you all have a wonderful Mother's Day, and now I'm going to let my parabatai say something. Okay, so this is my parabatai, Maddie. She's
Hi.
literally my other half. Like, literally parabatai. Like, I think Cassandra Clare invented this whole thing for us.
Definitely. Yeah.
So, who reminds you of your mother, fictional character-wise, for Mother's Day?
I would have to say Dumbledore, Albus Dumbledore from Harry Potter series. If you guys haven't read it, it's amazing. Go read it. I know you're all readers. You love it. She is so brave and loving and very protective of our family, and she's literally the glue that holds us all together. And so much like I grew up with a wonderful example, and she's really shaped me how I am today and how independent and strong and loyal I am today. So, Mom, I love you. Happy Mother's Day, and I miss you so much.
I know, but she doesn't know that that's the case.
I'm Louise, and
Who's your favorite fictional mom?
my favorite is Natalie Pryor from Divergent by Veronica Roth, because she will do anything to protect the people she loves.
Hi, my name is Perla from Los Angeles, and my favorite fictional mother is Natalie Pryor. She, her appearance in Divergent made the biggest impact, I think, because, dude, she died for her kid. You don't see that a lot. Why? Because most of the parents, they don't even show up, or they're just like a brief hi, and then the kid's off doing her own thing. And in this book, I don't know, I cried. Let's put it that way, I cried.
Hi, my name is Andrea, and I was born and raised in here, Los Angeles.
Who's your favorite fictional mom?
I have two, actually. Natalie Pryor from Divergent and Jocelyn Frey from The Moral Instruments. And all these moms are very strong, confident women who just would do anything to protect their daughters, like my mom would do if she were in their positions.
Hi, I'm Kristen, and
Who's your favorite fictional mom?
my favorite fictional mom would have to be Sally Jackson from the Percy Jackson series and the Heroes of Olympus by Rick Riordan, because she's just so selfless and she takes in all of them like they're their own children, and she knows her son's out there doing good, so she doesn't ask any questions. She just goes with it.
Well, thank you.
Hi, my name is Robin Bissett, and I am from Midland, Texas.
Oh, who's your favorite fictional mom?
My favorite fictional mom is Evelyn Johnson from Insurgent by Veronica Roth. I think that she's such a crazy and unknown character, and I really liked finding more about her in Insurgent.
Thank you.
But it's written all over her face.
So since it's Mother's Day, we're asking a bunch of authors who are the fictional characters that remind them of their mom.
Well, I'd have to say, somewhat controversially, would be the female vampire, Vampirella. Reminds me of my mother. Vampirella was a bit taller than my mom. And she did wear like a bikini around shopping, which my mother doesn't do. But she was very clever and resourceful, and she had this lovely long black hair. And when I see pictures of my mother when she was in her teens and 20s, she was easily as pretty as Vampirella. And then I went and bought all the Vampirella comics, and that's a little bit strange. But I can't help it. Vampirella and Cher, but Cher is not a fictitious character.
That's awesome.
But she looks, when my mom and dad were hanging out in the 60s, my dad had the big sideburns, and my mother had the round glasses and the maxi dress, and they looked like Sonny and Cher. I know a lot of people believe that Sonny and Cher never existed. But they did. They were real people. That was not some kind of made-up show. So Vampirella and Cher.
Awesome. Thank you.
Written all over her face.
Who's your favorite fictional mom?
Yeah, I'm so excited for you. You know what? My favorite fictional parental figure that I wrote is Paloma Santos in The Soul Seeker. She's a grandmother, and she's sort of the grandmother that I wish I always had.
Who's your favorite fictional mom?
Oh my God.
My favorite fictional mom. That is an incredibly difficult.
I know. I couldn't think of it.
I am trying to think
Me
of one, 'cause
too.
there's not a lot of good fictional moms. There's a lot of
Especially in Wives, we kill them all.
Yeah, exactly. They're either dead or like very negligent.
Right, they're terrible moms.
Yeah,
You
so
can't
I
fix
don't know.
them.
What did you say?
I picked the grandmother. I wrote one of my books. I'm like, the mom is kind of flaky. So.
Oh gosh, this is so hard. I'm gonna have to take a second.
Who's your favorite fictional mom?
Who's our favorite fictional
My
mom?
favorite
Yes,
And
fictional
then
mom.
who's yours? And then who's yours?
Favorite fictional mom? It might be the mom from Back to the Future. Because in the past she's not.
Hold up your book. Mine's over there.
Oh, wow. Where do I start?
Where do I start?
Probably
Let's go deeper.
to Louisa Mayo.
Oh yes, Little Women.
Just trying to minimize
tough
the offensive
one.
things I might be about to say.
I know. Well,
Was
can't
that
help
the
you there.
question that you got?
not without the hot part.
General.
Yeah, just general mom. Hot or not hot?
Yeah.
Just a mom question.
No, I really did like that character.
Yeah.
I know, I've signed up.
Virgin Mary.
She's a pretty good mom, right?
I was saying careful.
Not when you go on record saying fictional.
Yeah. Someone just had their first communion today.
If you just don't quote me on that, I don't want to.
You guys run video, PS.
Thank you.
She's beautiful.
What's your favorite fictional mom?
Fictional mom?
Mom.
Let's see.
Besides Seraphine.
I like Caroline's mom on Vampire Diaries. She's not supernatural, but she's really like, she takes care of her vampire daughter, even though she's mortal. So Vampire Diaries, Caroline's mom, who's also
There's no contract.
Mom's do I like?
But when you read the second book, you'll be like,
There's not a third book.
No, my favorite one from our book is Seraphine. She's the best mom.
So good.
But I'm trying to think of one that's not from our book.
She likes evil moms.
Yeah, I do like evil moms. Trying to think of who else has a really good evil mom in their book.
When you go to the nightclub that's in the book. So.
Oh, I can't remember her name. From Holly Black's Curse Workers,
Oh, that's the
Castle's
worst
mom.
mom in the world.
She's awesome. What's her name, Vanya? From Holly Black's Curse Workers series, Castle Sharp has an awesome mom in this series.
The first one.
So, who's your favorite fictional mom?
No, I
My favorite fictional mom.
Your daughter is
that the question you was just answering?
Yeah.
No, Evermore. She'll start like
Favorite fictional mom.
she's little.
Tangled. What?
Yeah.
No. Mom in Tangled. She was terrible.
Well, yeah,
well, you love to hate her.
I loved it.
I like the first one.
The mom from Tangled.
I always want
How
the
about the
first one.
real
I did the
mom?
mom
The
from
real- the
Tangled
real mom.
scares
The queen
the hell out of me.
The queen mom.
Otherwise, give me the new one because
She's
I
not
want
much
the
of a fully
first or
fleshed out
something. I
character.
don't
Hey,
want the
she's
like.
pretty.
Those looks, they give
I need
each
the
other.
number
Yeah,
one.
you know she loves that kid. That's true love.
I love that.
Right? Doesn't like
Yeah,
Ella
I need a
do
number
that?
one. That's fine.
I love that.
I have a